So right now there's two things that are exclusive on one platform that are coming over to all platforms. Well, one of them is a bad thing and one of them a really good thing. That was some other news in today's video. The giveaway winners from last video are down in the comment section below. Also, if you guys want to win some more Glytch energy, comment down below, leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel. I'm only picking people that are subscribed. So let's start off with the negative side first so that we can finish off on a positive note and you can go with the rest of your day feeling a little bit excited for the future of Apex. So Lulu said this on stream. Obviously we know Lulu's a PC player, so is PvP, and we're going to talk about what they had to say just a couple of hours ago. Lulu said Apex is actually unplayable right now, and I was like, why? And what's going on with PC? Well, you know, I've heard all this stuff about Xbox. Now what's going on? What's next? She said, I just want to play the game that I love, man, but if it's not DDoSing, it's the servers dying and the ping jumping up and down by 50. I had no idea what she was talking about because I was recording my Road to Predator on Apex Mobile on my Facebook page, and then I saw Clouds9 PvP, the Twitter lord of Apex, saying ranked is currently being DDoSed again, and he said, I'm assuming it's because of the crossplay with console players. So we always thought this was just an Xbox thing or console thing. They were just DDoSing the lobbies. Well, now obviously people got the big brained idea, well, I can invite my console DDoSer friend onto my team in PC and get him to DDoS the lobby, and apparently it worked. Now we've been covering this bug for a couple of days. I even made a video saying, you know, basically they said it was fixed. Then I made a follow-up video saying, hey, they said it was fixed, but obviously the fix didn't work. Now Hideouts came out yesterday, said, I'm aware the fix failed. Team is working on another fix. We'll update it when it's ready to go. Thanks for being patient with this, Legends. Now let's talk about some really good news that's going to be coming over to all the platforms, and I'm really excited about this. So Thornton Smash made a video, and I kind of figured some of this was true. Some of this we've already talked about. We already knew was true, but there's something else that I did not tap into, and that is the fact people are loving Fade over on mobile. They think his abilities are great. They're super fun. They're kind of fast paced. They're kind of that aggro style player, which people always love to you know, seem to love an aggro player. Like when Horizon came out, bro, well, she was overpowered, but she was so fun to play, man. Just being able to jump everywhere, fly away everywhere, and people can't really chase you, and just getting that nice passive to get the good slides. It's always a fun type of legend to play as, and people obviously are wanting to get their hands on him on the PC, but that's just not happening because he's an exclusive mobile legend. Now Staycation did make that tweet we talked about the other day saying it's not fair, you know, not saying it's not fair, but it just doesn't make sense. You know, Wraith's brother comes to the Apex games only on the cell phones, though. Just kind of doesn't make sense. A lot of people are saying that, you know, they think the lore needs to be, you know, coinciding with each other. They need to all make sense. They need to all match up. You can't really have two different stories. Just doesn't really make much sense. Well, there is some good news. We're not necessarily getting Fade, but we're getting someone very similar to Fade. Thornton Smash made a video, said, look, there was a leaked legend a while back. His name was Phantom. His abilities were almost identical in a lot of ways to Fade. Some people were even saying, look, Phantom in the files was Fade. I don't think that's true because, like Thornton suggests in the video, these are two entirely different builds. You know, Apex Mobile is not like with Apex Legends. It's an entirely different made game. You'll notice on Fortnite, you can play Fortnite with PC players who are on mobile, so it's all cross-platform. Apex is not that way because it can't be that way. It's an entirely different game, and the leak of Phantom was a complete playtest on the PC build. So you wouldn't be looking at Legends and looking at code and end up being a mobile legend and be like, oh, okay, so this guy went to mobile. No, that's not how it works. Considering there's a legend for Phantom, it suggests that maybe there will be a legend like Fade who has similar abilities, just named something different. Now I think it's a really good idea, especially considering there are so many things for mobile that people seem to be loving. A lot of PC console players have been trying out mobile and saying it's really, really good. Even Josh Medina said this on Twitter, you know, that they've been playing mobile. It's been a lot of fun, and it's really cool to see all these things that they can learn from, and I'm really happy about that. There's a lot of things that I'm going to talk about in today's video, even that I'm looking forward to coming over to PC, console, whatever. It is just weird though that like they got all this stuff done the first time. They got it right the first time. The things that we wanted the first time. I think a lot of these things were obvious, you know, that you could have been improving the firing range, improving like a warm-up mode for so long, and like it was very obvious that that was the right play to make, and now you're just watching mobile. Oh, this is a good idea. We should do this. It's not like the community's been suggesting this for years, and then here you go, you get fresh eyes on it, making an entire different game for the mobile, and then they get it right the first time. Anyhow, let's talk about some of the stuff that we know is coming over to PC console from the mobile scene. So one thing is the firing range updates. We know that there will be some because we saw from those leaks. You guys remember that big leak dump? Well, basically there was a leaked playtest of the actual PC build, and we saw a bunch of new things in the firing range, and a lot of these things are on mobile already. So one of the things would be like turning the dummies on so that you could practice and warm up against bots instead of having to go do the Easter egg and going into that weird little, you know, spawn point and having to look down and then change. Like, that's so weird. That's how you have to enable, you know, back in the day it was cool. It was an Easter egg. It was something to go find out and figure out and do, and that was fun. But now it's like, hey, I just want to press a button and shoot the bots. You know, I want to warm up a little bit. And so they are going to add that button. They are going to make some updates to the weapons and, you know, the ammo stuff. I think you're going to have infinite ammo, which is already on mobile. There's a lot of other cool little features that they have on firing range and in mobile in general that we are going to get. Another thing, we've already seen some UI feature updates to the private matches on Apex, and they look a little bit similar to what mobile is doing, and it looks a whole lot cleaner. So hopefully they do kind of redesign the UI on Apex. I do feel like Apex is a little bit outdated with the user interface. Everything just looks kind of random and weird. I think mobile did a really good job of making it look like a modern game. But a feature that mobile has that nobody's really talking about coming to PC, and I don't really know why, because in my opinion, this is so loved and so many people just really like the idea overall. And that is, what is Apex going to do with the third person mode? I mean, when the limited time mode came back in the day, people loved it. I think the last time we had it was what, season 3, season 4, something like that, was the Grand Soiree event. And it came, people literally loved it. People thought it was a great mode. They had a lot of fun. Sure, it wasn't something they wanted permanent, but it was something they had a really good time with. And then, like, boom, it never came back. I don't really understand why they never returned some of these fan favorite game modes that they brought into the Grand Soiree event. And then here you are on mobile. They just got it right off the rip. You can play first person, you can play third person, and whenever you shoot from third person, it puts you into the first person. I thought I saw from like the original mobile gameplay that you could actually shoot in third person, but I've not figured out how to do that on mobile. Like whenever I shoot in third person, it just automatically takes me to first person shooting. Regardless, they got it, and people really like the third person mode. Some more of the obvious ones are like team deathmatch mode, all these limited time modes. They got much more gameplay to offer rather than just the battle royale. Obviously, we know these are coming. We've talked about these for months and maybe even years at this point to come to Apex. We just don't know when it'll be. We need the Respawn team of mobile and the 10-cent games or whatever of mobile to come help the main game. Here is a fix that Respawn put out. I want you guys to be aware of, because some of you may be wondering what's going on with your store. Why are you bugging out? And they did put something out about it. You may have not seen it. That's why I'm saying this. Respawn said, heads up to our Play Apex Origin players. We've temporarily disabled the ability to purchase the Saviors Pack due to a bug in the checkout. We're working to get that fixed, and we'll give you a shout once it's available again. At the time of recording, they've not put anything else out about it, so I'm assuming it's not been fixed yet. A funny little response to this, though, was Translating Respawn said, heads up legends, we're working on a fix to our store, but we are not working on server issues, audio issues, or anything else, honestly. Now, we all know PvP puts some crazy stuff on Twitter with Apex sometimes, but this is something that's really good and I think needs to be done honestly immediately. It makes no sense for it even to be in the game. He said the aim flinch in the red zone should be removed. I still don't understand why, you know, being caught in the ring is so bright and so blinding. And it's still, they did fix some things and things are a lot better than what they used to be, but there still are some instances where the light is just so bright. And your legend flinching, definitely not the way I would want it to be. Let me know some of your controversial takes down in the comments below, some changes that you would like to make. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a great rest of your day. It's Fiber Die, only positivity. Make sure to go down in the comments, make someone's day better, not worse. I'll see you all in the next one, and have a great rest of your day. And until next time, I will see you later, Gators.